What's up, guys? You've got the Oracle there, and we are back for round 2. I think I'm playing Control and a proactive deck. That being said, I think I still want to play first because I have a bunch of card draw spell, and my deck is rather slow. So yeah, I think playing first is right. Anyway, we have a keeper there. Not the best cards of my deck. That being said, um. I do have 5 land and two spells that I can cast. As even mull to 6 and put a card on the bottom. Alright, well that's, I guess, decent for us. And we have turn 2 into turn 3. Hopefully I will not get flooded. That being said, as I mentioned in game 1, my deck is playing a bunch of card draw spells, so I think most of the time I can I can make sure I'm not flooded. Drawing the shores is fine given that I don't have access to white yet. That being said, even though I have those card draw spells, I don't really want to draw too many lands, so I guess we'll see how it goes, but I guess we'll see. Well, at least I can cast pretty much anything now, so that's the good news. The worst news, I would say, is that this is 7 land, 2 spells. And yeah, that's not a ratio you really want to have. That being said, a card like Brilliant Spectrum is the name, would completely change things and make my my hand much better, most likely. As here, I will Grave Bursting. I could wait, but I don't need I don't need to have cards removed from the game, so I might as well do it now, and hopefully we'll not draw a land of it. We drew an Analysis, which is great. I drew a Mandarin River, alright. That's a lot of land. I mean, I'm playing 18 land, but still, that's still a lot of land. So hopefully I'll draw another Analysis, or a Brilliant Spectrum be even better, and no land. Alright, well that's a Spectrum and a Sphinx. I don't think I could have dreamed of better. So yeah, I guess I'll pass the turn. And Sphinx should be great. I mean, blue-red deck tends to have trouble dealing with bigger creatures. Ooh, my opponent is playing a sweet brew there. I do like to see that. That being said, I think the Sphinx should do a good work. And here, what I'm gonna do is play the Sphinx off the Scion so I can tap that and it doesn't untap. I think it's the right play. It also lets me attack with the Guide, and this provides mana to my opponent that he could use to cast 2 spells or something along those lines. So I think it's the right play. I think sacrificing my token to tap this is worth it. Especially since if I don't do that, I don't get to attack. Alright. I could slip through space there, but I don't see any reason to do so. And I would assume that my Guide is dying there. Worst thing that could happen would be my opponent using a Relative Hemorrhage to kill my Guide, and then using a Salvo and the Pyromancer trigger to kill my Guardian of Tazim. That being said, I would still draw 4 of the Spectrum, so yeah, I feel fine. Things should not go too bad for me there, hopefully. Yeah, Brilliant Spectrum is the nut in this deck. It's so powerful. When you can cast it for 4, that's so sick. It's just great. Anyway, the opponent is thinking about a play, I would assume. But I like my chances. I guess Assault makes it a bit more likely that my opponent can find an answer to the Sphinx. That being said, as I mentioned, red or blue tends to struggle killing things like that. Alright, so it's gonna be a Negator, maybe followed up by a Slip Through Space to kill my Guide, I would assume. Because if you are playing that, okay, a Membrane. That's pretty good, but you know, I'll still be able to block with the Sphinx and use its ability, so it's, you know, it's decent for my opponent, but still rather annoying for them, I would assume, to do such a thing. Anyway, I will Spectrum first, for 4, obviously. It's a bit laggy. I will fix that for the next match. I think it's because I've started uploading. Anyway, I've thrown quite a lot of lands there. I don't think I need another black. I don't want the Mandarin. I guess. Yeah, I guess I don't need another island. Actually, island would have been good to tap something. That being said, I don't think it's an island does look great. All right, I guess I'll just play my Arriver and pass the turn. All right, sure. That might be a very long game because I will not be able to attack anytime soon, and the opponent is not going to be able to attack anytime soon either. So I have 6 land there, 3 in my hands, that's 9, plus 2 in my graveyard, that's 11. So there are basically still 7 land left in my library. So that's basically 1/3 of my deck, something along those lines. I drew a Morage, which is fine. Well, the thing is, that Assault is really annoying, because I cannot, I could cast this, that would most likely get killed. I don't know, I still feel like keeping cards in hand doesn't make much sense either. I could start attacking with a Fumarole. That being said, I don't really want to trade it for one of those. So yeah, I guess I'll play my Side Master and we'll see how it goes. I guess I might as well play this plane, tap the Negator and pass the turn, and yeah, I would assume that my Side Master is dying on my opponent's turn. But there's not much I can do. I mean, holding back spells in my hand I don't think is the best thing I can do here. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I could also Unknown Shore, Animating Fumarole, attack and Sleep Through Space it to attack for 4. That's fine, not extremely exciting. I think I auto-yielded there, which is not the best since I could want to use a Morage maybe. I think we are seeing 2 spells there though. Alright, well that's the first one. And yeah. Ooh, alright. Okay. Well, that's an interesting choice. I don't mind that. Basically, the opponent would have used 2 removals plus a salvo to kill. I mean, 2 removals and a Pyromancer trigger to kill my things, my thing, and I don't mind that because now I have a bunch of cards. My Side Master can attack pretty freely. I have removals. I have the Fumaroles too available. Okay, I guess I'll take 2 here. The opponent doesn't have any card in hand, so yeah, I think it's fine for me. I'll definitely kill that now because I might want to attack with my Fumaroles. Do I want to use a coil to be able to attack though? I don't really know. The opponent can activate that, but unless they get a land, and they did get a land though, well that's annoying. I don't think I could have done much about that. The good news is that I'm not drawing a land, so, well, actually I am, apparently. At least I can attack freely with my Fumarole. Alright, so let's add red of these. Yeah, it's really laggy. I'm sorry about that. I think I should be able to change that for the next game though. I want to keep the Sleep Through Space around in case the opponent can actually, well, he can cast the Infiltrator back. So I will not auto-yield because I might want to switch the Fumarole power, but I don't think it's very likely to happen. But I might as well keep the opportunity to do so if needed. Alright, going down to 13, I guess. And yeah, don't see any reason to Sleep Through Space there. My reasoning behind using my removal on the Infiltrator is that if my opponent got a land, they would basically negate my card, but by doing so, my opponent would also give me a card by removing a land. Obviously, I drew another land, so it's rather bad. The thing is, the Infiltrator is amazing with Assault, because you can take it back, play it, do things, and that's really powerful. I drew Linvala though, which is great. So at this point, I think I'll attack, see what happens. If my Site Master die, I can cast Linvala and get an Angel, which would be great. So I guess we'll see. Yeah. Linvala should provide me with a solid win condition, though. If the opponent takes 3, it's fine too. The question now is, do I play Linvala just as a 5/5, or do I wait? I don't really know. My opponent is at 6. Kinda wanna have value out of that, though. I think my opponent does have he does have the Infiltrator and probably a land in hand, I would assume. Otherwise, my Side Master would most likely be dead. I think my Side Master is dying next turn, which kinda makes me wanna keep Linvala around, potentially. I don't really know. It's waiting a little bit to get a 3/3 flyer, which is a 2-turn clock. I think it's worth it. I'm not sure. It's definitely an interesting call. I guess we'll see Crab and the other dude killing my my Site Master. And next turn I can Linvala for the full amount, which is great. And after that I have a clean kill. Actually, yeah, actually, I do have a clean kill of the. Potentially, if the opponent doesn't have anything, of the Linvala token and Sleep Through Spaced Fumarole. So I think it's likely to be how I win this game. Alright, sure. And yup, ooh, Devouring Flame. Well, that's not needed, but that's not bad, that's for sure. Sorry about those lag, I'll fix that just after this game. It's just that it takes me a bit of time. I need to connect on another internet to do so. And yeah, actually I should have played my land in case my opponent had. No, never mind. Actually, this can cast a. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, ooh, I'm very lucky because this could help my opponent cast the Devoid counterspell, and that would have been a blowout. That would have been so bad. I should have played my land. Not playing it was an awful misplay. I was quite sure that my opponent did have a land, though a counterspell would have been another possibility. So yeah, it was definitely bad. It did not fire back, but whew, was kind of scared for a few seconds there. My opponent got an Anticipate of my library. And let's see what happens now. I think my opponent does have a land in hand and an unknown card, I would assume. So next turn I can attack plus Sleep Through Space and Devouring Flame if I did not miscount it. So this plus those is Devouring Flame, and then this is 5 mana plus 1. Yeah, so I can do everything. So I would assume that my opponent is dead unless they have a there's not much that I could save them there. Alright, well I drew that, which is fine too. So let's animate the Fumarole. A red of that, blue, colorless, swamp. Let's slip that through space. Yeah, it's really laggy. I do apologize about that. Hopefully I can fix up that for next game. But I think this should be game. My opponent needs very specific answers there to not die. Let's kill the Negator. bouncing back my Vestige, I guess. And let's start to attack. And that should be game most of the time. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be game. Alright, so we are playing Blue-Red Pyromancer Assault Control, which I think is not the worst matchup, since I think I'm more controlled than my opponent is. What do I have as for sideboard options? Tears of Valakut seems fine. I've seen 2 flyers, and my opponent is likely to pack some things like Sphinx of Jwar Isle, so I think I'll add that and cut the Grave Bursting as I did last match. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I could cut some 2 toughness or less creatures to play around the thing. I'm not sure that's gonna be great though. I'm currently playing only 2 creatures that die to that card, so I don't think it's great. I could, you could argue that I should cut all of them. That being said, I'm not sure it's great. I could side in a Devastator though, and go really big. That might be right actually, since a blue-red deck cannot. Actually, my opponent played a Membrane, so he might have answer. I don't really know. Given what my opponent showed, the guy doesn't seem great. It dies to the Assault. My opponent showed a decent amount of 2-3 creatures. I think I kind of want to cut that and add the Devastator. Yeah, to have a better threat density. And now I can just play a very long game that I could. I don't know if I should, but that I can win off card advantage. And my hand is fine. I'm gonna keep it. I don't mind being on the draw, especially with a Reflector Mage, as even will play that of nothing and maybe play what's the name of that thing? A Blinding Drone next turn, I would assume. That's maybe the reason to play a Vestige turn 1. Anyway, we draw a 6th land, which is not great, but if I can draw my Brilliant Spectrum as always, I should be fine. No Blinding Drone, alright. Ooh, a 7th land is starting to be a bit bad. I guess since I sided in the Devastator, it doesn't matter too much. Especially since my opponent seems to have a rather slow deck and I have a Mage in hand, so I should be... Ooh, Jorian. Well, I want to kill that if possible, but I'll Mage it for now. Not the best answer for Jorian, because my opponent is likely to be able to cast it plus a spell on turn 5. And that's gonna be annoying. That being said, I don't think that leaving it onto the battlefield is right either. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I drew Linvala, which is nice. If I draw a bit more lands and my opponent start to get card advantage of Jori, I might have trouble winning though. Jori is quite hard to beat. I mean, I can kill it, but my opponent is likely to get at least 1 card out of it, since I would assume that they have a 2-drop. Alright, well, I guess I can play that. Not too thrilled about that 8th land, but yeah. I've been drawing a lot of lands those games, which I think my deck can afford to do, but it is still a bit frightening still. So I guess we'll see Jori and maybe a Boulder Salvo. That'd be the worst case scenario. Each card drawn with Jori is bad news for me. Okay, no card. And I drew my Devastator. Alright. Alright, well, the sideboard is showing up, which is great. We'll see how good it will be. I cannot kill the Jori yet. My opponent will tap my Mage, which, is fine. And I just hope my opponent will not draw too many cards of Jori. That's the most frightening thing at that point, I think. Card advantage is extremely important in those kind of slow, grindy matchup between 2 controlled decks. I think my deck is very well suited for that kind of exercise, but I guess we'll see. Ooh, I drew another Shores. I guess I'll try attacking with my Mage and see what happens. At least I'll go to combat. And I might get 2 damages there. The opponent might block 2. Either way, it's fine. Ooh, I got 2 free damages there. Now, should I kill that? I think I'm gonna try to kill it. If my opponent does have a counter spell, it's a bit unfortunate, but I cannot do much, and I'd rather them countering my Salvo than my Linvala or my Devastator. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that as Jori, and we'll see what happens. Sorry about the lag, I'll fix that as soon as possible. Probably after this recording. Is Jori dying? That's the great question of today. My opponent might also just play two instant in response to draw card. Okay, Jori's dead. Well, that's a great news, because that thing is extremely annoying to face. That being said, I have a bunch of removal, so that can kill it, so it's not the most threatening thing. As you can use a membrane on my mage, which seems weird. I don't know. I feel like this is not threatening at all. Not sure what this was. I might have trouble triggering Lingenvala, given that I have some other creatures to play. That being said, I think I'll still play my Sight Master first. I think playing Linvala as a... okay, sure, no problem. You can deal with all my bad spells. I don't care about that at all. I just don't want my Linvala or my Devastator to be countered, or a membrane, I guess. I drew Hemorrhage, sure. Well, I guess I'll play my big fat Eldrazi and see what happens. Obviously, the opponent does have the answer in Blinding Drone. That being said, I have enough removal that I think this will become handy at some point. And yup, given that this is Membrane, I don't think I'll be able to Linvala efficiently soon. I might play Linvala next turn, depending on what the opponent does here. I guess we'll see. Okay, so this resolved. If the opponent doesn't play anything and pass the turn, I will most likely just play Linvala as turn, start attacking with her. Tapping that main phase? Oh, and using a Membrane? Okay, well, I guess Membranes are kind of good answers to Linvala to some extent. That game is gonna be quite long, I think, though, because I don't have any answer to that thing yet. I just don't see any reason to play Linvala yet. I mean, it is just walled by the Blinding Drone. I'm taking 1 each turn, which I don't care about at all. So I think I'll just continue to stay like that and do nothing else. I drew a Hellion though, which I'm gonna play. Alright. Once this drone will be dead, I should be in a good spot. But I don't think, given the 2 membranes, I don't think I'm ever getting a token out of Linvala, unfortunately. But, you know, it's kinda whatever. Not much I can do about that. Alright, so at this point I can Linvala and analyze this. I think I'll play my Swan first to play around the potential counter unless you pay for. I don't remember the exact name. What is that? I'll gain 5 life if it is resolved. The counter I'm speaking about is Spell Shrivel. Yeah, that's what I'm playing around. And anyway, I want to play my Force Land to analyze his end of his turn. I guess I could just use it for search, but there are actually no real reason not to play my land here, as I guess my Cinder Alien is getting tapped here. Yeah, pretty much as I expected. And I'm not sure what the opponent does have in hand. I mean, maybe 4 lands if they are really unlucky. I don't really know. Maybe they are trying to set up a big Pyromancer turn. Maybe they have some removal. I don't really know. That's gonna be a Negator, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it's not really too concerning. And I think I'll play my Analysis into a potential counterspell. I don't care too much, honestly. And I don't think my opponent is backing a counterspell at this point. Maybe the spell Shrivel actually that could not counter Linvala will end up. Alright. So yeah, okay, sure. So they had spell Shrivel. So maybe I should have waited to analyze. I don't really know. I don't think it. Honestly, I don't know. I would have gotten one card out of the deal. Anyway, I can start attacking with Cinder Hellion, and Mao is great. Mao was a great draw. I don't have many things that are threatening in my deck, so drawing the few big creatures I'm playing is really sweet. And I still have this Reality Hemorrhage that's not really very useful yet, but that might become handy at some point. I don't really know. Not sure how much this. I guess if I had played the draw spell on my turn, I would have most likely cast the Mao and then played the draw spell, and it would have been countered this time. So I don't think it actually mattered. As I guess I will get burned for 2 there, since none of my creatures are really threatened by the assault. I guess we could see a salvo plus trigger on the Linvala. Again, not much I can do about that. But apparently nothing but a negator attack. No negator attack. Alright, that's interesting. As I drew a mountain. Not the best, but it's fine. So I've drawn 11 lands so far. That's quite a lot. Let's see what the opponent does here. A block on the Mao. So I could pump it, then it would die to my opponent casting 2 spells. I could also not do anything. I think I'm fine not doing anything. I think if the opponent blocks there, it means that they can get advantage out of that. So I might as well not do anything, and I think I might just kill that end of turn though, because I don't think I'll get better targets for my Hemorrhage anyway. We'll see what happens. Okay, it just died. Not sure what the opponent does have in hand. Maybe just a bunch of lands and they are extremely unlucky. I don't really know, but things are looking good for me now. I've drawn a lot of lands too. The opponent has 9, maybe 3 in hand, which would be 12. And I've been drawing 11 lands, so I think we are pretty fair on that side. I mean, it's pretty even, that's what I meant. And I'm definitely going for lethal next turn. Alright, well, that's not very useful, but things are looking good so far. Alright, we might see a bounce spell here. I don't really know. A sweep away on the Mao. Alright. And an Hemorrhage. Okay. Well, that's decent for my opponent. I'm drawing a good spell next turn though, which is the good news. But that's an answer to what I had. So I guess now I'm most likely casting Mao and passing the turn after Linvala gets tapped. Alright, sure. I could have kept my land in hand in case I were to draw Brilliant Spectrum. That might have been a better play. I don't know. Not sure that it matters a lot, honestly. Well, it will definitely not matter, given that amazing top deck, I would call it. Tapping Linvala. Alright. I think I'll just pump once. The reason is, if my opponent does have 2 instant spell for some reason, I don't want that to die to the Pyromancer Assault. Yeah, I guess I'll just pay. And you know, it's a 2-turn clock no matter what, so I might as well play around a potential hemorrhage or things or something along those lines. The opponent took 4 though, and might have 3 lands in hand, which would be 13 against my 13 lands. Okay, ooh, well. Alright, another enchantment and an infiltrator. Sure, to deal 2 to me. Alright, well, this game is definitely not over. Ooh, finally. I got the Spectrum, great. So, let's draw 4 cards. Ooh, I love this spell. Ooh, I love those cards. So, guess I'm discarding those. Playing my Fumarole. I kinda wanna keep the Oblivion Strike for a potential bigger creature, but I guess I'll Devour Inflamed. One more? Yeah, okay, alright. I'll Devour Inflamed the Blinding Drone there. My opponent's gonna tap the Mao, I would assume, and now I'm left with 2 creatures because of the Fumarole that are lethal and a removal. So yeah, Brilliant Spectrums have been so great in this draft so far. They were amazing. That was great, and I think this should be game over, I would assume. 2 lethal creature plus a removal is rather good for me. Anticipate, alright. Should I strike that? Probably. I guess my opponent can bounce it back. But then they do not have any block. Yeah. I think I'll strike that and try to go for lethal. I mean, I've already have lethal damage on the battlefield, but alright. So my opponent was packing some counter spells, I guess. The bad news now is that they can block, try to get it back in hand. If they do so, they can replay it and kill my Fumarole potentially. So I will just make it a 1/4 for now and swing with it. But I cannot afford to use the ability yet. Yeah, my opponent is is resisting my my things though. Alright, sure. Well, I'm fine if we do damages there, because I think my opponent wants to bounce it anyway. In which case, I want to know if they are actually getting it back to the end and or not. If they get back to the end, I will definitely switch the Fumarole attack. If not, I mean, I will not do that. And if they don't get it back to the end, I will. Oh, alright, something bigger is happening. A Stone Fury on my Mao, dealing 2 to my Fumarole. Sure. I guess the opponent is going down to 3 there. And alright. Guess I'll pass the turn. The Infiltrator is potentially an infinite blocker, which is a bit annoying. But I don't think I should. Hopefully, I will not lose that game. That'd be that's not what I would expect. Anyway, I'm definitely taking the Guardian here, and most likely, can I play it and attack? Yeah, I can. I can clearly do that. Alright, so my final Bomb Rare is hitting the battlefield. I might end up meeting myself if the opponent doesn't if the opponent has enough answer to my things though. That might be trouble. So bouncing that back potentially. No. Alright, so that should be game over, I would assume. That was long, but I think it's over now. Because my opponent needs a removal because they cast one spell this turn. Alright. Well, let's switch the power and toughness. And that's gonna be lethal. Whoa, that match was long. Especially the lags made it a bit longer than it should have been. I'm sorry about that. I will fix up that for the next for the finals actually. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you guys in a few seconds.